So there was a question in one of the forums about doing a mattress stitch over a purl stitch when knitting in the round. And this intrigued me, so I thought I'd play with it a little bit. And so normally when I knit in the round, I knit, and then at the seams I do a purl stitch. And that just stays there and nothing is done with it, and it does this. But it doesn't provide any structure. So this, I've done the same thing. I knitted as if I were in the round. I did a purl stitch, and then I did a mattress stitch in the bars on either side of the purl stitch. And it slips, it's not locked in, not yet. And I can turn it over and show you the difference here. There's the purl stitch that's had a mattress stitch wrapped around it, and there's the purl stitch that has not. And you can see it's a little different in its stretchiness, and there's a lot more stability in this seam now. It's firmer feeling to the touch, and should help the garment hold shape. Is the only reason that I can think of to do that. Gives slightly different appearance when the garment is stretched between the two. This is the purl stitch, and this is the purl stitch that's had the mattress stitch done on either side of it. So the way that worked was, I've done another one here, and you can see you've got a bar, a purl stitch, and a bar, and that's what you're doing, is doing a mattress stitch between the bars. Sorry about that. Between the bars around the mattress stitch. So I've got some contrasting thread. I'm going to see if I can do this on camera. Get the tail out of the way. I don't use mattress stitch very much, so I thought if I was going to learn something, I should do a video to help me remember. So there's my start, and then you take a bar, my cats have been in here. Take a bar on one side, go back through the same hole, bar on the next side, back through the same hole, bar on this side. Oops. No. It's always hard for me to see where my thread is coming out, even with the contrasting thread. The contrasting thread is sock yarn that I'm using, so it's slightly finer than the yarn I knit the swatch in. And then I came out there through my cast off. Sorry about that. Hard to see with the camera in the way. So there's the stitches. And just pull. If you had a really long piece, you could pull periodically and pull it up. There's your seam. And then if I turn it over, this is the first one that I did in the color of the yarn. This is the regular, just a purl stitch in the center, and then this is with the sock yarn doing the mattress stitch. And it does make a little seam there, and it makes it firmer and should, in theory, help the garment hold its shape. When you stretch it apart, you see you don't get the odd stretched out look that you get with the just the purl stitch. I mean, it looks fine when it's not stretched, but when it stretches, the purl stitch does look a little unstable. And that's mattress stitching up a purl stitch in the round, or would be. I did a swatch flat, but 4 in the round work.